Am I the a-hole for refusing to let my sister's kids stay with me? I, 28 female, have a sister, Laura, 30 female, who's always had a knack for not planning ahead. Her life is a chaotic whirlwind of half-finished projects, late bills, and endless excuses. Her two kids, Ella, 7 girl, and Max, 5 boy, are just like her, energetic, defiant, and completely unmanageable. I love them, but I've never been a kid person. I don't have the patience or the tolerance for the noise and mess that seems to follow them wherever they go. A month ago, Laura called in a panic. She and her husband had to leave for a business trip that couldn't be postponed, and they had nowhere to send the kids. She begged me, saying she had no other options, and I reluctantly agreed to take them for a week. I figured it'd be fine. After all, it was only a week, right? I could handle it. I was wrong. The first few days were manageable, but it wasn't long before the cracks started to show. Ella and Max didn't listen to anything I said. When I asked them to stop running through the house, they'd stare at me with those wide, innocent eyes, then do it again, faster. I'd ask them to stay out of my office while I worked, but they'd sneak in and rummage through my things. At first, I thought it was just normal kid behavior, but then it escalated. I wasn't prepared for what happened on the 4th day. I was working in my office like I always do, and when I stepped out to grab a coffee, I heard loud thumping sounds. I rushed back into the room, and my heart sank. Ella and Max had somehow managed to knock over my filing cabinets, tearing apart my carefully organized documents. Papers were scattered across the floor, and in the middle of it all was my laptop. The screen was cracked, juice stains everywhere. The kids were sitting in the mess, playing with my pens and laughing like it was all some game. I asked them what happened, and they just shrugged, like they didn't have a clue. I took a deep breath and told them to go to their rooms, hoping they'd understand the severity of it. But it didn't stop there. Later that afternoon, I walked into the living room to find Max with scissors in his hand, snipping through the curtains. Ella had somehow figured out how to unlock the kitchen cabinets and was throwing all my spices on the floor. One of them burst open, spilling salt everywhere. The kids were out of control and there was no one else to turn to. I texted Laura outlining everything that had happened. I was calm, but inside I was shaking with anger. The response I got was, "They're kids. Just be patient with them." I wanted to scream. I wasn't just mad about the mess. They'd completely disrespected my space. But the worst part, the next morning, they did it all again. That's when I snapped. I called Laura and told her I couldn't do this anymore. I didn't want her kids in my house again, not after what they had done. She was furious. She said I was being unreasonable, that I should be helping her out, that family is supposed to support each other. I tried to explain that it wasn't just about the mess. It was about the complete disregard for my boundaries and my space. But Laura wouldn't hear it. She accused me of not loving her kids enough. She said I wasn't family. The worst part? When she came to pick them up, she didn't even apologize. She didn't offer to clean up, didn't offer to pay for the damage. She just loaded the kids in the car and left, leaving me alone in a house full of destruction. Now I can't shake the feeling that I did the wrong thing. Am I the a-hole for refusing to let my sister's kids stay with me again? Or am I justified in putting my foot down?